EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught.
Pulls it in on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Hand off from the gun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Hurricanes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people...
There he goes! They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff to the single running back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense showing their...
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Hauls it in. Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Canes have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll go with the 5-wide outset on 2nd and 7. Using the quick game. Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. On the ground, it's Boone.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Coming up, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The offense changing the play. He's going to fire deep. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Caught behind the line. It's Burgess. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency in getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this.
Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
At the 35, he's open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Clemens. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got his man out of the backfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like...
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Sooners!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown, and here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pulled the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, Dave.
Taking it the other way. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Got his man at the 45 on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bryant. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Got his man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finds his man down the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Burgess. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And
down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
the Sooners want to move quickly. The option look. He'll toss it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes that Miami. Back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the court.
He's taking the shot. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have been.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Clemens. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's got it down the middle. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll go empty and 5 wide on second and 13.
Here we go, set.
Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he's got it inside the 35. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up first and 10 from the 26. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. They've got a first and 10 as we are inside a minute to play here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes a man miss. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one.
Looking to take a shot. He's got it down the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 11 to Louisville. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action on first down. They're working that left side.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is... tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He'll keep it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
He'll do it himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Gives it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. We saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Got his man quickly, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Finds a tight end.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it inside the 15. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously have